Welcome back, 9:10 on your Tuesday morning. It is 72 degrees. We are getting our first look at the booking photo for a former Southwest Independent School District teacher indicted by a Bexar County grand jury yesterday.
Take a look. This is Rosemary Diaz. The felony arrest comes months after she was accused of hitting a 5-year-old autistic child with a computer tablet. She's being charged with 2 counts of injury to a child.
As the defenders first reported last month, Diaz was placed on administrative leave, later fired from her special education teaching position at Indian Creek Elementary School following the February 1st incident. It was captured on surveillance camera in her classroom.
The 5-year-old victim does have autism. He has difficulty talking, and he used the tablet to help him communicate while in class. Southwest ISD officials have confirmed the existence of that video evidence in the case, but they have refused to release it publicly. They claim it's part of the student's record. So joining us for our reporter debrief this morning is our Defender's investigative reporter, Dillon Collier. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, first of all, is this a common practice to have the cameras in all the classrooms?
It is now. It's been a law in Texas for about the past year that all special education classrooms at public schools are now ordered to put money into the budget and purchase these cameras, which I think, as this shows, was a good law to put in place, because a lot of times the kids that are in these classrooms are unable to verbally communicate what's going on in some of their interactions with the teachers.
Did this arrest, was that triggered by this new law that the cameras are in the classroom? That lead to this arrest and prosecution?
I'm confident saying that if that classroom did not have cameras installed, this teacher would not have been arrested.
Well, certainly it did bring it to light, but did your report have anything to do with the arrest? Because she was at first suspended, then she was fired, correct? And that was the last we heard, but she was just arrested. What was the change?
I think our story, I think she was going to be indicted no matter what. The video evidence is too much to overcome. In this case, I think our story continued to shed light on it, and if anything, made it easier for the state to take away her teaching license.
Yeah, I've got a question about her, but first, back to the boy for a second. Do we know how he's doing, and is he still attending Indian Creek?
He still is a student at Indian Creek Elementary School. Another sad part of this story is that he had battled seizures up until this happened, and my understanding is has continued to have seizures after being hit by the tablet. So, you know, no child should be hit by a tablet computer, especially one that has had issues with, you know, brain activity and seizures.
And this teacher had 17 years experience, so it's surprising to me.
We talked to a family member of hers when we were amping up to do the original story, and it sounded like a situation where she felt bad for what happened and may have just snapped and been in the classroom for too long.
You reported the records indicate that she was obviously certified for the 17 years, but did you see a red flag anywhere? Was there a red flag that she'd ever been put on administrative leave before in past instances?
She'd worked at another school district in town, no incidents there, no issues with her teaching certificates until this happened, so almost 2 decades.
Now, I know that you have been trying to get video, and they said they can't because it's part of the student's record, but now that she's under arrest and being indicted, if this goes to any type of trial, will it be made public?
It'll be made public once it's adjudicated. I don't think the district attorney's office is going to release it now that the case is in their hands. We certainly want it. I personally don't believe that showing the video would impact whether or not she's found guilty later, but I tend to have a different opinion than the law enforcement entities that try the cases.
Which is part of your job.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Dillon Collier, thank you so much for following up on this story. Certainly.